After all, I'm the victim here. Things just be trifling and raggedy. Okay, that's what we're doing? When so many of us are dealing with life. So you mean to tell me? So all you gotta do. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video here on Chats with Michelle. So I was reading through a notebook that I have that I tend to just write like random thoughts, etc. And anyways, as I was reading, I came across something that I wrote in 2023. To be exact, the date says 12/3/2023. So December 3rd, 2023. And it says, if you are arrogant enough to try to do things in life by yourself, the Lord is God enough to let you do it on your own. Now, I can't even tell you where I heard this from, where I saw it, where I read it, etc. I have no idea, but that really just stopped me in my tracks. I try my very best to be the same person that I am online and in person, like in real life. Congruence is something that is really important to me. And in trying to be authentic, there is a level of transparency I try to have when chatting with you. And that made me think about what I read a bit earlier when it says, if you're arrogant enough to try to do things in life by yourself. And what that made me think about is the whole concept, the whole thing of the Lord fighting our battles and what exactly that even means. Because oftentimes we tend to take things into our own hands or want to take things into our own hands. And I'm here to say, hello, guilty as charged. I have done that so many times in my life and so many seasons in my life where I just want to just fix the thing, right? Just be in charge of it. I can be real hard-headed at times because there are just moments, times, seasons, situations, whatever have you, where I'm just like, nope, that ain't right. God, that ain't right. Like, so what? You just expect me to just sit here and allow the thing to happen? No, absolutely not. Like, that doesn't make any sense. After all, I'm the victim here. And see, here's the thing with being the victim. Although I do believe there are times when we actually are the victim. Like, no, like, you were wronged. You are the victim. At the same time, I think if we're not careful, we can sit in that victimhood for too long and just begin to coddle ourselves and make excuses for our behavior. So I want to be clear here and say that I'm not victim shaming. I believe that things happen and things just don't be right, or sometimes things just be trifling and raggedy. I believe that. And what I'm also saying is you can't stay there. That is so ridiculously tough. That is tough. And I empathize with you. I really do empathize with you. And I want you to know that I see you in that. I see you. And also, I want to encourage you, because this is a thing, this is where I'm at. I want to encourage you to even still give it to God. Let Him handle it. So you mean to tell me, Michelle, that you've got this whole thing figured out? So all you gotta do is just give it to God and everything is gonna be a-okay, okie dokie, things gonna be chugging along, moving smoothly, etc. No. What I'm saying is I'm choosing to be obedient. I'm choosing to surrender my ways to the Lord. I'm choosing to use what's in my hands. Like, God, what have you given me? What have you given me to deal with, and going that way? And I'm also saying that I don't always get it right. I can think of many scenarios where I didn't get it right. Many scenarios where I'm like, in hindsight, I'll be like, yeah, I probably should have let God handle that one, because it probably wasn't really kind. It probably wasn't nice. It probably wasn't, gentle. But what I'm learning and I'm getting better at each and every day, and I'm so grateful that God would be so kind to allow me another chance and another chance and another chance to try and get it right, is that His ways are always so much better than mine and what I think the better solution is. Also, I'm trying my best to not overanalyze things, because here's what happens. And let me know if you can agree with this or you can relate to this. Because when trifling situations happen, when you be like, okay, that's what we're doing, what can also happen is that we can overanalyze the situation, and those things can honestly start to burn a hole in our heart, and you just get yourself more upset. So I'm working on the response. The immediate response is like, God, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. And sometimes that does mean boundaries. I do not believe that we're here on this earth, that God put us on this earth so that we can be abused. That is not what I'm saying. So please hear me loud and clear when I say that. There are scenarios and situations where boundaries are necessary. So create those boundaries that you know are necessary and give it to God. And if God is asking you to reconcile, be open to it. And if God is telling you to move on, be open to it. And ultimately, just be open to what the Lord is saying and try to soften your heart in those moments of frustration. Easier said than done. I know. You talking to me. Trust me, I know. There's a song called Gyra, I believe it is, and it's by Maverick City. And there's a verse in the song that says this: if he dresses the lilies with beauty and splendor, how much more will he clothe you? And that's from Matthew 6:28. In the text, it talks about, and why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Just pretty much saying, if we think about just Mother Nature, right? And the plants and the greenery, the dogs and the birds and the animals in the world, oftentimes they're not worried. They're not worried about being taken care of. They just know they're going to be taken care of. And if God would take care of a flower, if God would take care of the birds in the sky, if God would take care of the grass, how much more would he take care of you, his beloved one? I truly, 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 truly believe that God will fight our battles. And I don't mean that in a cliche way, because I think it's so easy for these kind of videos to sound so daggone cliche when so many of us are dealing with life. And that's why I make these kind of videos, because I can see how things can become very Christianese, right? And as someone who has built my faith in the last couple of years, I feel like I can empathize with the person who is not trying to hear all the right things, but just wants to hear the truth. And I'm telling you the truth in that God will fight your battles. I mean that thing for real. I believe that for real, for real, for real. And I know it's true. And I want to encourage you to trust God in that. Give him that. Even when those moments of flare up come up, and just being Lord, I'm giving this frustration to you. Lord, I'm giving you this situation. Lord, I'm giving you this season. Lord, I'm giving you this heartache. Lord, I'm giving you this disappointment. Lord, I am just giving it to you. I'm laying it at your feet. God, help me. Because what good is it to say that you believe in something, but you don't actually act upon it? When I think about the Lord, I always say that the Lord is a promise keeper, because he is. God keeps his promise. Even when we can't keep our promises to ourselves, God will always keep his promise. And that has just been so evident in my life in so many different ways. And I just want to encourage that to you, and maybe give you that hope, that to know that God will keep his promise. He will. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video. Listen, if you found this video valuable, please consider sharing it with someone who may also find this video valuable. And while you're at it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because listen, we've got so much to chat about. Bye.